I'm not calling you daddy because it's sexy. I'm doing it because I never had one. What's up? You still down or not? Like.
So before we get started, I just gotta state that I'm not gonna be doing the man talk portion of today's video. I know there's already gonna be some comments stating like, yo, so Rob, what you saying is, little nigga was upset he got some neck. That's what you saying, he got a little head and now he trimming shit. That head put some hair on my chest. I need me some neck. We're big CinnPie and Big Rob. And I'm gonna be avoiding that. I don't really think that's appropriate to really talk about in a video format. So with that being said, we're gonna be talking about CinnPie. She is a Twitch streamer that got her start originally on Vine. After Vine went under, she went into different ventures. She made a GoFundMe asking for $800 so she could start a YouTube channel. Nothing really ever came from that. From there, I remember her going into cosplay and we had to call some phone number so she could win the contest. And that's when I was like, I remember this vividly. I'm like, I ain't calling no phone number to vote. You must be crazy. That's what I said to myself. And then from there, that's kind of where I fell off. She ended up doing a channel with her brother for a little bit called Super2U. And then she disappeared. I honestly don't really remember hearing from her after that. And then come to find out later, I see It's a Gundam. You know, he gave her a shout out a couple times and she changed her name to CinnPie. And I was like, oh. I was like, hey, this is the girl I used to follow on Vine a couple years back. Out of all of the Me Too allegations that have come out, I would have to say this is the most like, wow. It's the most uncomfortable I felt. You know, the Shane stuff we covered yesterday was really uncomfortable. But out of all the Me Too stuff that's coming out of the gaming community, this one I'm like, yo, this just looks a little crazy. There's a Smash player by the name of Papi. He released a twit longer stating his interaction with the CinnPie. Some of the things he writes states, she would tell me things like, we can get together at 18. She would make me periodically delete our Facebook messages and would constantly remind me that I couldn't tell anyone, even though that was obvious to me. She would constantly gaslight me and make me question myself all the time. I was only 14 and still trying to find myself as a person. We would usually sleep together most nights after the first incident happened, and we would kiss a lot and cuddle during those nights. Our sexual relationship escalated as far as oral sex, but never as far as sexual intercourse. Our pseudo relationship lasted pretty much the entire summer, and she played with my head so often during that time, it still really fucks with me to this day. I truly believe most of my mental issues stem from that summer and how she treated me. Now, the most insane part about all this is the Poindexters, they got in the time machine, they went back in time to 2016, they found footage of these two at the tournament. Papi comes off his game, he gets a hug, he seems very, very happy, she's very touchy-feely. At one point, you can see them sitting back in the corner and he's like real close, face real close. Some people have been alluding to that, like he wanted a kiss from her and then she points to the camera. We just gotta play the tape and I want you to see it for yourself and you tell me what you think down in the comment section below. Cause when I saw the kid and I saw the footage, that's when I was like, yo, it looks bad. It just looks bad.
But that was definitely the last nail in the coffin that you needed.
Great way to start. Well, I'm off.
All right, it was a pleasure, man.
Hope I get to commentate again. I expect to get out soon.
Wow, at that. Come on, man.
No, I'm just playing.
I was about to say.
Just kind of took that for free, you know?
Yep.
I think Thanos personally should go Jigglypuff. I'm going to say it out loud so he can hear me. Maybe here go Jigglypuff. I don't know. I'm just saying I'd love to see some Jigglypuff.
Make it a Pokemon battle.
And he's not doing it. All right, man. I tried, guys.
He's going to stick with the Mii Brawler.
The missed PK fire. All right, Logic getting the first game. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, he's looking way more comfortable in this set than he was before.
Good. Like I said, man, like I feel like, you know, all right, he lost in winners, but, you know, for him, a lot of times that can be a good thing because he'll assess what went wrong in that first set. You know what I mean? He'll make the necessarily corrections to get his head where it needs to be. And then, you know, we kind of saw it in that first game. Not getting flustered at any moment, just controlling the pace, and it paid off big time.
Yep. Big key to success, but now he has to do it on Jeff's pick. And I feel like he won't pick a stage like as big as Battlefield. Lucas, I feel like, does have slightly better offensive tools, so he might want to box him in a little bit more just to make him feel like uncomfortable like before he gets that lead, you know? And yeah, Smashville's the pick. And smaller stage, both.
I don't think this lady's coming back from this. I think CinnPie, I think is a strong rap. A lot of people are already distancing themselves. Like I've seen people like mass unfollow her. She went from like 35,000 to 32. Her Twitter originally said, speak up as a means to get more victims to tell their stories. And then right when that Twit Longer dropped, she changed it to try your best or do your best. It looks so bad that I don't understand how you could paint it in another way, or I don't know what you could say to come out to give more context, because it's like, yo, when I first saw it and I'm reading this and I'm taking it in for the first time, I'm like, okay, 24-14, that's crazy. And then when somebody posts a picture of the kid, that's when I'm like, ain't no fucking way. Like, I was like, yo, it ain't no way. Like, this gotta be, because you know, sometimes when people get older stuff, I'm like, yo, he can't be 14 here. Like, you baby face kid, bro. And it fucks my head up, because when I'm looking at, you know, when I'm looking at Papi, man, it kind of, I see a little bit of myself in the terms of, like, I remember being 14 and all you really gave a fuck about was the video game. So I can't imagine, like, that's all you care about. Like, at 14, all I gave a fuck about was Yu-Gi-Oh! And Halo 2. You couldn't tell me nothing else. I can't imagine somebody 10 years older than me coming and put that pussy on me, fucking my headspace up, when the only thing I'm really thinking about at the time is hitting the perfect BXR. So it's wild to really think about this. When I see certain things play out, like this happened a lot in Catarino. You hear the story, my imagination is crazy vivid. So I hear the story, I see like pictures of both people, and then it's like, boom, I just, you know, simulation booting. And I'll just play the whole simulation in my head. I'll sit there and think like, yo, this kid probably is really into her, the I love you messages. Oh, we can be together soon. Don't worry. Just make sure you don't tell anybody. Wink, wink. Ha, ha, ha. How are you doing, baby? Stuff like that. Like, this kid's head is getting filled up with that shit. And then you see that this person's really using them, is manipulating them, and then you kind of feel that hate. It's almost like you get bit by a dog. Some people don't come back. Some people get bit by a dog and they can't be around any dogs in the slightest. I got a cousin that he was bit by a dog, and you bring a little dog around him, he like, yo, you gotta take the little dog out the house. And it's like, yo, it's a little dog. The dog ain't even 2 feet. It's a small dog. What's wrong with you, man? But his interaction in the past has really changed his perspective of the future. So when I'm seeing this thing happen and the guy's talking about he has mental trauma that he feels has stemmed from this interaction, it really makes me take a step back. It's like, yo, dude, a greater conversation needs to start being had. Like, if I'm a tournament organizer, we may have to put bans on after parties. We may have to regulate that shit, because people's tournament experiences are getting fucked up where they're saying like, hey, I don't want to go to that. Like, that shit, yeah, it affects the people involved, but you think it ain't gonna affect the person from, hey, I don't know if I want to go to this tournament because I don't know if security is like that, is maybe an unsafe environment. Now they got to issue a statement, all because maybe people in room 305 are fucking having beers with underage kids in the room while playing Mario Party. The shit just looks crazy, dog. It looks fucking crazy. So I don't know what conversation there can be had. I think it's a wrap for young CinnPie. I don't really think, just based off the nature of the community, the FGC and the Smash community, this ain't Dota, this ain't League, this isn't the CSGO community. It's niche, so it's like relatively smaller compared to everything else. And then on top of that, I don't know what you could do. Like, I say this with love, I really do say this with love, but have you considered taking off your clothes for a living? Because you might have to start, because I just don't see a person being able to load up. Because again, we're not talking about like, hey, you cheated on somebody. We're not talking about, hey, you know, this nigga some Tom Brady shit, you took the money and ran. Hey, this guy has a hot take and he doesn't like this group of people. We talking about something that I think from all walks of life, people gonna look at you with a crazy cocked eye. Is you, and it's not just like, it's not an allegation. It's not even, hey, you know, maybe you had an inappropriate conversation. It's like straight, yo, you was necking down and getting neck. I don't even know what to say. Like, you can't try to understand lunacy is what I'm gonna say to all this. So that's my thoughts on it. I look forward to reading your thoughts on this entire thing in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Be sure to check out my Patreon for additional content. Follow me on Twitter. Give this video a like. Really helps out the channel. So everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon.